In my last video published just before Dow Jones was to begin trading on Wall Street, I had mentioned that the Dow futures, although negative, will start turning into positive as soon as Dow Jones starts trading. 179 was the Dow futures down when I had produced the video just about 45 minutes before commencement of trading on Wall Street. A little bit after the commencement of trading, Dow Jones turned positive. In the same video, I had pointed that around 12:45 Eastern Time, Dow Jones will once again start turning negative. This is how you time the market, friends. One has to be able to predict all these variations much beforehand so you can take positions accordingly. Dow Jones continues to be negative at the point of this, but my focus now is going to be about tomorrow, 1st of April 2020. Normally the cues from Dow Jones reverberates across Asia the next day, but tomorrow Asia should be reasonably positive, in fact nicely positive in the morning. So contrary to the trend that we are seeing on Wall Street today, you'll see a good opening for Asia tomorrow. And if you were to focus on the Indian indices, then SENSEX and NIFTY will continue to do well till about 2:30 Indian time. Thereafter, you may see a fresh wave of selling coming in. Dow Jones will open for positive for the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then again it will start sinking, and this time it will get a pretty big hammering again. So it's going to be a very ugly day on Wall Street tomorrow. As far as FTSE is concerned, it will have a very different behavior. It will start positive in trading for the first 2 hours of trading in London. Thereafter, for 3 hours, it will turn into negative territory, and the closing session will be very positive for FTSE. So London FTSE is going to behave very differently from Asia and United States. This is my forecast that I'm giving today as to the way I believe that trading will be on Wall Street and in many other global stock markets. Again, the hypothesis that people are laying down is that it is not possible to time the markets. So I'm giving it to you much in advance. You can see for yourself whether I was able to time the markets tomorrow. The King of England has moved into a luxury hotel in South Germany with 20 women. He has gone in what he calls self-isolation. Maha Vajrangalonkar, also known as King Rama X, was given special permission in South Germany to book the entire 4-star Grand Hotel Sonabishi in Bavaria, despite lockdown rules having been put into force. The royal party of the king and 20 women was deemed as a homogeneous group that does not change composition. So if there is something what is called a social distancing, it does not apply, because what they are saying is that the entire royal party of the king and the 20 women, they are a homogeneous group. They are not different from each other. There's no question of social distancing between them. They are all a homogeneous group, and therefore they don't need to be quarantined. They don't need to be treated differently from each other. So the King of Thailand has therefore gone into self-isolation, and this time in a luxurious suite resort in South Germany. The social media has been alight, of course, with the criticism of the king, and it is believed that he is insulting the monarchy of Thailand by his act. Well, the king says that he has gone in self-isolation. He's away from the country and he's gone and stayed in a separate resort. So that's self-isolation as far as the king goes in his own terminology. Well, in general, I believe that, coming back to the markets, in general, I believe that a bottom is in place. Short-term bottom is in place. You are seeing a little bit of negativity today on Wall Street And I told you tomorrow will be a fairly ugly day, but for a positive open within 15 minutes, the market should start trickling into negative territory and will only increase its negativity as time passes. In fact, the close should be very negative on Wall Street tomorrow. This is because of the number of coronavirus cases in New York have been increasing. Ventilators are not sufficiently available. Orders have been placed with General Motors. Defense Production Act has been invoked by President Donald Trump. Yet all these things take time to manifest themselves. So it's not going to be so simple as you place an order and the ventilators are there presto. It takes certain time to be able to put them to commercial application. Yes, there is a great hope that vaccines will be manufactured by companies like Johnson & Johnson, by Gilead Sciences, but they still are again a few months away. In the meanwhile, you find that clusters, the coronavirus disease is increasing. There are more and more cases being reported in populated cities like New York, and now Mumbai is becoming another hotbed. You find in many areas in Mumbai the instances of coronavirus. Well, as I mentioned yesterday, Dr. Jeremy Kim of the International Vaccine Institute said that many countries had kept their doors open much after the disease had initially sprung up in China, and they should have been careful that sooner or later this will spread into many parts of the world, and they should have shut the doors to people coming in from countries where this disease was gaining in prominence. And I think this is a mistake that many countries have done, and therefore you find that these people who have come from countries where coronavirus had gained momentum, they are now spreading and infecting other people. It's unfortunate that many people and many parts of these countries are under complete lockdown. However, it is essential as per the need of the hour. So for example, 21 days lockdown, hats off to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Sensible move, well thought, well considered, perfectly up to the mark, and hope that it will help in bending the curve. Bending the curve is very important to be able to overcome the coronavirus menace. So tomorrow, good start to Asian indices. Mumbai, SENSEX and NIFTY could start rather well. Last 1 hour will be very difficult over there as well. London FTSE will start well. 2 hours good, 3 hours not so good, closing session pretty good. Dow Jones first 15 minutes will be good in trading. It will start slipping in the red thereafter, and the red will only increase as time passes. So it should be a very ugly day on Wall Street tomorrow. This concludes my forecast for tomorrow, 1st of April 2020, which is tomorrow, and I hope that we can join soon again, and we'll take this forward as to how the rest of the week pans out. Happy investing. Take care. Bye.